Okay, welcome back to the channel everyone, and something a little bit different today. Now this is Expeditions. It's going to be released in a couple of days. I think it's on the 5th, I think it is. 5th of March. But if you buy the the Supreme Edition, you get a 96-hour early access to it, which is what I think a lot of people have been doing. So, you know, it's worthwhile jumping on the bandwagon while things are like this, and we'll just see what happens. So I have played Mudrunner originally. I mean, this is kind of an evolution of Mudrunner. Didn't really enjoy Mudrunner that much. It was very finicky with the gears, stuff like that. But then along came Snowrunner, and that is just a super game. Absolutely loved it. Quite realistic in how things work. And, you know, a whole heap of expansions, plenty of mods, plenty of DLCs. Really, the game is still brand new today, even, I think. I could still load it up and find new stuff to do. So I've watched a couple of people streaming this so far, or doing videos on this, and really the main difference that I can see is that you're not so much like hauling gear around to do stuff. This is more, as it says, expeditions. You're exploring environments, and there are certain tools along the way to do that. So I don't know that much about the game other than that. This is as new to me as it is probably to a lot of you, especially if you know me from just doing farm sim content. My channel was never really designed to be game specific, hence the reason I didn't have anything farming in my name or in my logo. But it just so happens I enjoy Farming Simulator, and that's been the content that I've made so far. But I would like to do more stuff, and I would really love, I've been trying to get Greyman, who, you know, you'll know I do the Corpy series with and some live streams. I've really been trying to get him into SnowRunner and maybe do like multiplayer on that, which I think would be quite a laugh. Especially if you've never played the game before, you know, watching him learn the game as it goes, I think it'd be quite interesting. So this game will have co-op. It says it's coming soon. It's currently blanked out. There is a mod browser. There are apparently some mods already in. There's a DLC store. Settings. All I've really done in settings is changed the controller options here, the swap left and right mouse button. So I don't really have that much I suppose muscle memory in terms of SnowRunner, because I don't play it that often. But if I remember right, those two are different. They have, one of the big critics I've seen of this is that they've changed everything, like the keys for do stuff. It's very different to SnowRunner, and there's a lot of people thinking, you know, why have you done that? Why make it totally different to what people are used to? But at the same time, there's a few different features, and you can access some different things from the UI. So what we'll do is we'll just start a new game. I believe there's a bit of a tutorial. Here we go, start tutorial. Would you like to go through the tutorial again? So I have already loaded it up just to make sure it worked, stuff like that. So what we'll do is we'll get through it. Right, so this is just a tutorial. I'm not sure if you own this truck or not. But here we go. So stage completed. Well, basically starting the game, I assume. Before jumping into your first expedition, let's learn the basics of driving. Okay. So W to start the engine, but it's changed the controller now. So my right thumbstick, I am moving the camera around the vehicle. If I pull back and forward with the left thumbstick, I can zoom in and out. Steering is with the left thumbstick, and then it's just left and right trigger. So your gears, you have an auto gearbox, but you also have the option to put it into low range or reverse. So in auto, right trigger will take me forward, left trigger will brake, take me into reverse. But once you go into like your low, so I hold down the left button and shift the right joystick across, and you can see we're into low gear. There's a plus and a minus there, because as you advance you can upgrade your trucks, and you can get like gearboxes with higher and low ratios. If you're in low ratio, I think that's when you can use your diff locks. I don't think most trucks will work with diff lock in auto. But as you can see as well above that, we've got Y to start, so we can start the truck. A will remove the parking brake, and then B engages four-wheel drive, and X will engage diff lock. But it's not going to let me do that in auto, so if I move to low range, there we go. Right, so let's do what it says. Right trigger to start the engine. A to release the handbrake. Start moving forward, right trigger. So let's just move forward and steer. So I'm just going to follow this mud path. See where we get to. Looks like we've got to go to these orange markers, or yellow markers, whatever colour they are. And you get these sort of blue squares. There we go. So just keep following the quest markers, which we can do. Now what I did try to do was slow down the rate of speed on your camera movements, but I haven't been able to find an option for that just yet. So I think what this place is going to be, if it's the same as in SnowRunner, this is kind of your garage or your main base. So you can store your trucks in there and you issue them for each expedition that you want to use. But I'm sure that's going to be slightly different in this game, but we'll see what happens. Right, so now we're coming up on some mud. So all-wheel drive. To move further, you'll need to engage the all-wheel drive, making the traversal through any rough terrain much easier, but at a cost of higher fuel consumption. So if you look down in the sort of bottom right, you can see there you got a fuel gauge, and below it's a number 1.1 litres per minute, and that's kind of your fuel usage. Now the button's telling me left button, but that's wrong because I've reversed it, so that's something that you probably need to change. When you've reversed your left and right, it doesn't change these icons. So anyhow, we want to engage four-wheel drive, and it'll let me carry on. There is damage mechanics in it, so if you go flying into rocks and things like that, you will likely damage a wheel or break your suspension or damage your engine, things like that. And then those can be repaired with spare parts, either at service trucks or if you can carry them on board. So now we're here, we're into differential lock. If you're completely stuck, you must engage the diff lock. This will help a lot. In order to you to do, we'll have to shift to a low gear. Okay, so again, right button, and we'll press the right joystick across to select low, and then we can select the right gear. So I'm not sure why it's not letting me go. Oh. There we go, we've got through it now. So there must be something there, because I've switched the keys around, it's still expecting the input that it asks for, not the actual one that's going to work for the job. So as you can see there, if we look at the fuel consumption there, if I just tickle the throttle, which is really something that you need to do, just going full throttle all the time doesn't necessarily mean you'll go any quicker. Using throttle gently, well, certainly from SnowRunner it did, and I assume it'll be the same here. You know, you gain traction by not putting too much throttle in. Some trucks as well, if you're using diff locks on solid ground when you don't need them, they'll actually cause damage to your transmission. Right, so now we made it to this place, and this is saying trade, so I think this is where it gets a little bit different from SnowRunner. So on the left is your vehicle's inventory, the right is the resource area. Select a quest item, add it to the vehicle inventory, and close the menu. So at the top there, that's what we seem to be doing. We've selected it, we can move around with the cross pad, but we just want to transfer it with A, and now it's gone into our inventory. And as you see below, I think what this will be is some of these sort of crates that you find lying around other vehicles might have spares in, and you can transfer those over to your vehicle. So as you can see, we've got a fuel tank with 130 out of 140 litres. We must be carrying some spare fuel in a jerry can of 30 litres. We've got 150 spare parts, and we've got 2 wheels. Right, so now we need to hold right button and shift into auto, so we can do that, and then we just want to reverse into that square. So that's, suppose that's showing us how to reverse. Alright, that's that stage completed, and now we need to go forward. Stage complete. So now this is new, this wasn't in SnowRunner as I remember it, unless there was a mod for it, I don't know. So we can adjust tyre pressures. Adjusting the pressure depending on the type of terrain, reducing it will significantly improve traction, but at the cost of higher fuel consumption. So we open the system by pressing down on the crosspad, and then we can select these between different pressures. So something that I noticed when you move it, there's not really any change to the tyres. They do so, well, maybe they do, but that's probably my biggest complaint about this, is just that the tyre deformation, is that what you call it? Doesn't seem to be a proper mechanic. But anyway, let's just carry on. We need to head out of the swamp now. So as you can see, I'm just using a little bit of throttle here, and it's getting it through. If I really rev it, I seem to slow down. It just use more fuel. So if you just gentle on the throttle, it quite often helps you a lot. Okay, so that's us out of the swamp now. Expeditions will take you long distances. For this, we recommend you carry fuel canisters. Let's try it. So hold the left button and refuel the vehicle. So I'm going to have to hold the right button. And as you can see, so that what's happening there? The jerry can with 30 under it. That's in orange. With the left joystick, I can move that around. So I can move it to the engine, which I could repair with spares, and move it all around. So we just want it on the fuel, and we'll press A, and it'll transfer 10 litres. So that's it. We've filled up our fuel tank now. And stage complete. So your vehicle's damaged. Use spare parts to repair the damaged components. So again, I'll just put the brake on. Although when you go into a menu, it does generally apply the brake. So here we go. Spare parts. Let's have a look. We've got any tyres? We do have tyres. So we can't repair it because it's not broken. Gearbox. So we have 150. You can see at the very top there, 150 in that little cog. And I just move 10 over every time. So I'm just repairing each section. There we go. We're fully repaired. Knock the brake off. And there we go. So interact with the main office. Right, so what we're doing here, we're going to be delivering a memory card. That's the stock. So yeah, so it didn't actually tell me that I had a memory card anywhere. That's the bit that I'm a little bit confused about. But anyway, we've done that mission. Maybe that's something that will get changed in later updates. But what we've got here, for doing that expedition, we've got 3,000 credits, or 3,000 money, whatever that is. And in the top right corner there, we've got the total money. So get the rewards. So as you can see, first trip, we didn't get any items. We got 3,000 for that. We didn't sell any items. We didn't take any damage, so we didn't lose any points there. And it all added up to being a good mission. Select a reason to drop off. Little Colorado is the perfect place to hone your skills. So at the moment, everywhere is locked. There's no other place to go. So we have to go to Little Colorado. So we'll select that. And then what you'll get is expeditions are the main missions. Progress through the game and earn various rewards by completing them. There's a codex, which I suppose is just sort of info on what you're doing. You can select through them all and understand. But what we want to do, we're at the main base, and we're going to do Expeditions Inc. So first expedition, here we are. Your first assignment, you have to go to the mountains, install a radio module that will improve the signal quality at the base, but be careful, the road is not easy. I guarantee it is easy because it's the first mission. So what we've got here, the requirements, this is what we have to take with us. The jack screw, that's something that's new, and basically what that'll do is you can carry those. I'm not sure how many you can carry, but if there's a maximum, but it takes up one space in your cargo inventory. And if you roll your vehicle and there's nowhere for you to winch to, or there's nobody else in the game to help recover you, you can deploy a jack screw, which basically lets you reset your vehicle to within a area of where you're tipped over. And And the other thing is we've got sideboards for the and that's a class as a device. So I think what that does is just lets you put cargo in and things like that. The tips down the side, let's see that we've got difficulties easy, distance 1,000 kilometers I'm guessing. I need an off-road truck. The terrain's got different heights to it, and there's a bit of water. And what you get down the bottom, you get a prepayment, and then you get a payment. So the prepayment is money. Someone's asking you to go and do an expedition to do something. They'll give you money up front to carry that mission out, for you to buy services or whatever you need. Employ, I think there's like experts that come with you. I'm not sure what they do yet, but I've seen people employing experts. And then at the end of it, you get an extra 2,000. And there are some rewards there, which I assume is like money off something. I think that card next to the percentage is like an expert. There's probably vehicles unlocked and some more areas of the maps. So we'll just select that. So there we go, requirements. Oh, so we need to select a truck first, I think. So take at least one truck. It looks like we can have up to 4 trucks on the map. And then team composition, this is where you'll have your abilities. So these are your experts. This is a list of specialists that are available to you. You can hire them to make your expedition easy or get more benefits. So there's none available to us just yet, but if you look at this one, Mike Nixon, he's a mechanic. You get an extra 5 for your supplies, I think, and 100% setup radius. So I'm not entirely sure what these mean. It looks like you take 30% less damage on your truck, but it does cost 600 in money. So there's just things like that, and obviously whatever your mission is, you can then select. So what we've done is we need a vehicle for this. This list of vehicles, different vehicles are better suited for different types of terrain and expeditions. So we've got like sort of a Jeep type thing, an off-roader, but it's only got a small inventory. This is the one I'm probably going to use. I'm not really sure about customizing them because, I mean, that's the garyish colour. You used to be able to do paint jobs and things like that on trucks. So, yeah, but then we've got this step 301E. So I'm assuming what you do is you put in SnowRunner anyway, you could put different things on the back for different missions. Like you just get flatbeds or fuel tankers, cranes, things like that. And these all then just become slightly different versions of the type of vehicles. So I think this Don 71, I think this is one of the DLCs that I've got with this package. But let's just select this first of all. So we'll just add that. So inventory, we'll highlight the inventory, and I say we needed to take a screw jack with us. So an anchor, what that does is you can place an anchor within a radius. If there's when you need to winch, you generally attach to a tree or something like that. If there's no trees about, these anchors, you can deploy them within a certain area of your truck, and then you can attach a winch to those to help you through. So obviously there's a limit on how many you can take with you, and a one-use item only. Now I think it will stay in the map all the time, but I'm not 100% sure. So we could take some fuel with us as well, put in the sideboard. We might as well. Do we need to take the radio station? It did say about deploying a radio something or other. Or maybe that's something. I'll tell you what, we won't bother with that. But I think we've got everything that we need here. So that's good. We're full of fuel. Our fuel tank, our reserve fuel tank's full as well. We've got 50 spares, and we have a spare wheel. So let's go back, and then we will. So what we've got here is we've got a small emergency reserve of fuel. So these are where you can upgrade your truck. So we've obviously got upgrades there. You can engine, and if there's any extras, they'll open up. Generally, when you unlock areas of the map, you might find different engines available to you. Same with like gearboxes, suspensions. So, and they all have sort of different abilities. So I could upgrade the tires if I wanted to, but I'm just not going to. There's no need to just right now. Exterior, so I think we've got like a reserve fuel tank there. Bolt-on fenders, so that's going to cost us, but I don't think we need them. On the roof, sorry, on the rear, what could we attach? Roof rack, is that? Rear mounted rack? Or we can't yet. On the roof, I could put a roof rack on there, which means you can carry extra cargo, spares, things like that, I think. Not sure what the bumpers will do for you. Probably just help you with damage mitigation. And then this is where I was saying about you can select different rears. So I guess that can hold up to 500 spare parts there and 2 spare wheels. There's a living module. Allows the player to skip time in-game. There's a radar, short sideboard, fuel tank, workshop. So all of those we'll get to eventually. Now we can spray it. Oh, now this is what I was looking for. So that's the paint job we've got. You can apply a colour to it. I don't know. But we go through all these colours. I feel like this isn't the isn't as good as what it was in SnowRunner, but you know, I'm probably just new to it. I quite like that. There we go. And I've just got a achievement for that, for installing my first upgrade. And then exterior stickers. Well, there's all sorts of things you can put on, but I guess these are going to get unlocked at some point. Right, so what we need to do is we need to deploy it. And that's the bit I'm not really sure about currently. Oh, there we go. So I've gone back to the screen and X to deploy. So what you can do is start your expedition. Right, so what we're going to do is we so trade, hold for the action. So we need to open the trade menu. There's nothing here that we need, so let's just head out. We'll knock the parking brake off. Let's go. So stage completed. You get to the pond and examine. Oh, so what's this? In expeditions, you need to navigate the terrain. Use the minimap for this. So minimap, you can open it up here. And what you can do, as you can see, I think. Oh, there's nothing there. So we need to get to here. And what you can do is you can like drop down. I think you put a marker down with X. Yeah, there we go. And you can just lay in like a set of waypoints like that, and then they appear on the map for you to follow. Right, so now we're here. So this is one of the new features, is the echo sounder. And what you'll do, you open up your devices, that's your echo sounder, and you use it. And basically it's just going to show you the depth of the water, in case you can't see it. So obviously green is safe for us, yellow you're getting a bit more close to your snorkel limit. So we'll just gently move into the water. You might see a thing pop up. There you go. So dangerous water level. If it goes above there, you'll start pulling water into your engine. So again, we can stop and we can do another echo sound, and we can kind of see where we need to go. I'm going to put 4-wheel drive on just to help me a bit. Right, so this is... Oh, so there you go. See, I don't know why I took damage there, what I did. There must be something under the water, but took a little bit of damage. Right, so now we're here. Let's open the trade menu. And as you can see, we've got... The box on the right is sort of the resource that you've just come up across, and then the left's your truck. So what we want to do is we want to move this over. There we go. And it looks like it wants us to get up to there next, so let's keep moving on. Okay, stage complete. Oh, right. So this again is another new feature. We have got a drone this time. So let's deploy the drone. And basically what it means you can do is you can go up and down, forward and backwards, rotate around. And you can sort of scout the area. You have got a short range on it now. It's probably not as... well, I know it's not as far as what drones can do. But this is where we want to get to, I think. So, let's see, got bad signal. If you get too far away. But I guess that just means that you can't go and explore the whole map. So, stage completed. I'm not really sure what I did to complete that. But when you want to exit, you just press B and go back. Alright, so let's carry on up here. Probably should be looking at using low range and diff locks for this, but little truck's managing okay. So it's always worth just keeping like a scan about, looking for things. You sometimes see a crate or a wrecked car or something, which might have something for you. So there's a bit of a wall here. Okay, so climb the mountain. Use the winch to get your vehicle out of trouble. Attach it to natural elements or your own anchors and pull. Right, okay. Trees are common and useful winch points. Be careful, they can break. Press Y to attach the winch. So there is like an auto connect where you just press Y and it will try and winch to the nearest object. But you can also select them when you want to. So what we're going to try and do here is get it to pull us up here. So I'll just drive. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. We'll go into low range. We'll activate the diff locks. And we'll just pull in using the winch and drive as well. And hopefully that should pull us up. It does. There we go. And then we can detach the winch. And we can carry on. Okay, so we can also find the winch in here. There it is. Oh, so this might be it. So if I use that, so you see now we've got this green area. This is kind of the range of your winch, and then you can also just select through your different winch points on your truck. So you would select that, and then you would find somewhere to winch it to. And like you say, there's little spots there. So that's the one that's selected. Oh, we got that one available, but we don't need those. So we'll just carry on up the hill. Okay, so next stage, deliver supplies. Okay, some expeditions you'll have to complete quest item deliveries or complete structure construction. So we want to deliver the radio station, which we've done, and there it is. So stage complete. Let's move over to this one. So this is about using binoculars. So this is another new feature of expeditions. So, binoculars are a great way to explore the map, find useful places or convenient paths for the vehicle to pass. Open the minimap. So that's where we are, and I think it's what it's wanting to do is look at what this question mark is here. It looks like it's an airdrop. So, what we'll do is we'll just open the binoculars and we'll have a look over there. So that's it, there's an airdrop. You've discovered a new airdrop, and I got some money for doing that. And can you zoom in? Yeah, I think you can. Oh, so the right button and left button, you can zoom in. So you can see things like that there. Always good to have a look around. See what you can see. So obviously that's where we came from. There's another airdrop over there. Is there anything down here? Nope, can't see anything. Okay, so I think this is where we're going to have to go next, up that path, but well, let's just see what happens. Right, let's move on. Right, so next thing is we're going to get the drone back out again. So I think what it's wanting us to do is look around this area. So find a path to climb the mountain. Oh no, we've done all those. So I'm not sure what it's wanting us to look at here, but let's just get the drone out and we'll see what happens. Right, so we're in the drone. So there's a marker down there. Not sure what that's for, but I think that's where we've got to head to have a look at. Oh, there's another airdrop. Discovered a new airdrop. Bad signal, don't want to run away. There we go. So I think basically what it's saying is we're going to be coming down here, down this path. I've said there's the airdrop we can go and collect, and then we're probably looking at making our way up here somehow. Stage complete. At any time during the expedition you can recover your vehicle to the field base. So what we do is we open the minimap, find and choose the field base, then press A to recover. So I think that's it there. No. Find and choose the field base. So let me have a look what we're doing here. Recover to the base and park the truck. So looking objects, outposts and gates, field operation base, we can select it and then press recovery. Now I don't know why I had to go into that menu on the left there. Right, so that was free, but I think it might cost you money in future episodes, in future missions, sorry. So it looks like what we've got to do now is park the truck. So we've got to go over to here. Expedition completed. There we go. So what did we do? We took less than 200 damage and we got 500 for that. We got 2,000 for the expedition. And it looks like we might have got a truck and an outpost. So that's the mission over. So what I'm planning on doing, this is just sort of an early look. Oh, as you can see now, we've opened up some extra regions. So what I'm planning on doing, if I can get this video out pretty quick, and then tonight, so what I don't even know what day we're on at the moment. Yeah, so tonight, it's the 2nd of March. Instead of doing the live stream with Green Man, because he's busy doing other stuff and we did it last night, I will do a live stream about 6 o'clock GMT tonight. So I hope you can join it, and I'll see you there. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it.